Welcome to part 17 of Truth versus Lies. And this is just something that of Truth versus Lies, December the 26th of 2022. This is just something that I need to share that actually has happened. Um, that's going on. These things are going on all around right now. And y'all think that these things are not going on. But you need to see the truth. Now listen to this news.
James Kaufman, World News Report today. Today is December 26, 2022, 4 p.m. Central here in the U.S. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ukrainian drone has attacked an airbase deep inside Russian territory, dispatching 3 soldiers. A fresh Ukrainian attack deep inside Russian territory has left 3 soldiers dispatched, Russian news agencies are reporting Monday, which further described that an enemy drone was intercepted before debris came down on the bystanders below. The Ukrainian drone was inbound over a military base in southern Russia, identified as Ingles Air Base, in the Saratov region, which is located more than 600 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. This was on December 26 at around 1:35 Moscow time. A Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicle was shot down at a low altitude while approaching the Ingles military airfield in the Saratov region, the Russian Defense Ministry said in a statement. This is how far this was from Kiev, folks. Moscow is closer. And it was a direct hit, by the way. You're looking at a Russian-made supersonic strategic bomber missile carrier at Tu-160 at Ingles Air Force Base here. Quote, as a result of the drone's wreckage falling, 3 Russian technicians who were at the airfield were fatally injured, the statement added, as quoted in a TASS article. The ministry said that no aircraft were damaged in the attack, with Saratov Governor Roman Busagin telling local residents that there is absolutely no threat at this time. Given the drone attack from the Ukraine set off some...
Now I'm going to take you to some more footage. There will be links in the description box to each of the videos that I put up clips from. I do like to give proper credit where it is due. I want you to hear this news.
When in February, Ukrainian junkies announced they desire to revive their nuclear arsenal, Moscow had no other choice but to act. That's what this is saying. Now, the reason why I keep saying that the U.S. is pushing this, let me... there was another attack last night, about 10 o'clock, Christmas Day. Reports were flooding intel, and I got the intel also. I got the articles also. Circuit saying Ukraine launched a kamikaze drone attack upon Russia's Ingles air base. This base is home to the 121st and 184th Heavy Bomber Aviation Regiments. One Tu-95MS heavy bomber is reported completely destroyed. Ukraine used a long-range kamikaze drone, modified Tu-141 reconnaissance drone, to carry out the attack. The base is shown, there's a map here, and the base is shown where it hit and everything. Now, the question is, where did they get the drone? Who gave the order? Why? The U.S. is directly involved in this, either way it goes. So, this is what's happening. Now, this article came out off of War News. This all connected. And I've been saying this for the longest time. North Korea caught South Korea and the U.S. asleep. A swarm of drones reached Seoul, South Korea. This isn't good. A very serious incident just took place between North and South Korea when a swarm of North Korean drones entered South Korean airspace from multiple directions and reached the capital of Seoul, pursued by South Korean fighter jets and helicopters. The South Koreans tried in vain to shoot them down without success. And despite the fact that they opened fire, South Korea media reports that at least 100 shots were fired. It was later reported that a drone went down due to technical failure. During the attempt to intercept North Korean drones, a South Korean Ka-1 fighter crashed. Now, I told you before, listen very carefully, because they're all in this together. Hold on a minute. The U.S. is causing shock in the region after North Korea's involvement in the Ukraine war. It seems that Pyongyang has received Russian and Iranian equipment, if not Chinese equipment. Listen to the message. This is the message. The incident is a message from China and Russia to the U.S. We can also hit your bases like you did with the Russian Ingalls base. South Korea failed to detect them in time and failed to intercept them. It is also impressive that the U.S. base that had THAAD did not see the North Korean drones in time. This year is ending with a bang. And that...
I love how she said that. I'm going to let you go, Lisa, with that one. Going to go on to my next footage right here in just a second, but I got some things to say. This year definitely is going to end with a bang, and it won't be fireworks and things while you all are celebrating on the ground. There's going to be bombs, literal bombs dropping. People are dying. Death is arriving. Now, I kept warning you to come out of your evil ways, to turn from your wicked ways. New Year vastly approaches. Where will Jesus find you on New Year's Eve? Will you be worshiping Him, or will you be celebrating pagan holidays and devils? Will you be putting yourselves and your families first, or will you be putting Jesus first? Let me get the next footage.
Trying to work on the information and also work around the technical things. These are breaking news about several things that happened first thing this morning and throughout the day. And I would like to draw your attention to several things that happened today. Okay, so the first thing, a Ukrainian drone was flying early this morning for the second time in 3 weeks towards a Russian military Air Force base called Engels 2. And this is northeastern of the Ukraine. This is deep into the Russian region. And what happened is that the explosion of the drone and of the intercepting missile caused damage to the tower, the control tower, and also to kill 3 Russian soldiers. Now, 3 weeks ago, Same thing happened with a Russian drone that was actually used by the Ukrainians to fly towards Russia and hit the same base and severely damaged several heavy bombers that are nuclear capable bombers on the ground. And therefore, the Russians learn and they move them from the tarmac. But now it's the control center that was hit, and 3 soldiers got killed. The last time, the revenge of the Russians came the day after with a barrage of nearly 90 cruise missiles that severely crippled the Ukrainian grid system. And I can only guess that it's not going to go unanswered this time. Now that the Russians have also casualties. Another very troubling thing that happened early this morning, folks, is that 5 drones were launched from North Korea, and for the first time in 5 years violated the South Korean airspace. One of them was flying right above Seoul, the capital of South Korea. The South Koreans launched helicopters and planes, and they tried to shoot down these drones with over 100 different rockets and failed. Ladies and gentlemen, failed. They failed to shoot down those drones that came back to North Korea unharmed. It goes back to December 13th when satellite images showed an interesting looking UAV that looks like a Chinese made one. It was parked in next to a hangar in Pyongyang area, and the intelligence community was wondering what is Kim Jong Un is going to do with a UAV. Well, today we got an answer. He learned from the best. He learns from what's going on in the war with Ukraine and Russia. He understands that the game changer is using drones that are much harder to shoot down, much harder to be intercepted or even detected by radars, as they fly very low and they're very small. And therefore, this was, I believe, testing the waters for Kim Jong Un, and I believe that in light of what he saw today, he's greatly encouraged that he can easily do something in minimum cost and with maximum effect of fear and terror for the South Koreans. Now, you have to understand that over the last few weeks, there's exchange of military actions between the parties, and we know that the shooting of ballistic missiles on one side and military exercise on the other side. The U.S. for the first time sent B-52s and F-22s also to take part of the drill in South Korea. The North Koreans are very angry with what they see. Satellite images that were released by both sides were kind of competing who gets better footage. And so I think that this morning Kim Jong-un decided, I will show the South Koreans that I can actually dominate their own skies and they won't be able to say a thing. And that is exactly what happened. By the way, the South Koreans lost the plane today in the attempt to shoot down those UAVs. It's a small attack plane and it crashed, and the crew managed to evacuate themselves, but the plane, of course, was destroyed. So that happened just this morning, just so you know. Quite a lot of stuff happened today. I want to also direct your attention to Iran, but this time from different directions. I want to direct your attention to Iran when it comes to the Russia-Ukraine war. I want to direct your attention to Iran when it comes to the United States. I want to direct your attention to Iran when it comes to Israel and the new government that, good news, will be sworn in this Thursday in 2 days. And finally, we're going to have probably sanity within our own government, and also what is going on in Iran from the inside, because there's something very interesting that is happening right now as we speak. So first of all, allow me to say that a couple days ago, on December 20, in fact, yesterday, I believe, December 25th, an Iranian journalist called Reza Abbasi warned of Ukraine's actually said that Ukraine will return to the pre-industrial era in the event of a Kiev attack on Iran. And why would Iran be afraid of an attack from the Ukraine? Well, according to him, the words of the advisor to the president of Ukraine, Mikhail Podolyak.
I will see you in the next part. We have some more news to cover.